Good morning, everybody. This is Eddie Taylor with the Northern Santa Barbara County United Way. We are here at the United Voices Community Conversations Podcast Center. We're back pleasantly with Rachel King from the Imagination Library, Dollywood Foundation. You've maybe heard a couple of the sessions that we've done with Rachel. She's come back to us today, and we're going to talk a little more about the local programs and how you can support us, how the Dollywood Foundation supports us already, and the growth strategies that we have put in place for what we call Literacy 2.0. Rachel, I can't thank you enough for coming back to visit us again. Jacob Martin is here with us to keep us on time. So thank you, Jacob. Rachel, thank you. And please introduce yourself to the group again.
Thank you so much for having me back, Eddie and Jacob. So my name's Rachel King. I'm the Senior Regional Director at the Dollywood Foundation, and we home Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which has been here in the community for 15 years, Eddie. 15 years. And what it is a free to the family book gifting program, 0 to 5, where children get a book delivered directly to their home with the name on it every month. And these are specially selected age-appropriate books to help children grow and learn and for the family to enjoy. And thank you for inviting me today. And I'm here today to find out a bit more about some of the things that you're doing at your local level, Eddie, because I'm here to learn from our communities and to find out the amazing work that is happening up and down the state and across the US. And in a lot of cases, we work with our United Ways because they have so many amazing programs for our communities. So I'd love to learn a little bit more about that today.
So you want to turn the table?
I do.
You want to be the interviewer, and I'd love to be your
You're in the
guest.
hot seat this time.
Okay, I'm the guest. And so let me reintroduce. Hi, everybody. My name is Eddie Taylor. I'm the CEO with Regional United Way here in Northern Santa Barbara County. Been doing this gig for 18 years. It has been the pleasure of my life to do things like working with the Imagination Library. Rachel came in, ready for this? She only came into this work 18 months ago, February of 2023.
That's right, yeah.
And if I remember right, you came in at about the time there were other regional folks coming in around the country because the program had grown so quickly. 200 millionth, let me say that slowly, the 200 millionth book was distributed in February of 23 when you came in.
That's right. So I can't claim any of that piece there, but 200 million books. We're actually around about 250 million books mailing out now, just that short time afterwards. And 4 regional directors came on board to be able to support our local community partners because, as I've said in previous podcasts, the work is done at a community level. And Dolly calls our community partners the real heroes of the program because they wake up every day to tirelessly drive to help children in their community. And Eddie, that's what we've seen 15 years of the program in your community. And I'd love you to tell me a little bit more about the impacts that you've seen.
It's been as I said before, it's been one of the true blessings of my life to be able to build this program. I remember vividly the very first child to receive books in Santa Barbara County. Her name is Primavera Rosales. She's the daughter of Sandy Soria Sosa, who was my executive assistant back then, right? So fast forward 18 years, Primi today is a freshman at Cal Poly University.
Fantastic.
Yeah. First university student in their family, farm worker family. And she is not just an outstanding student, she's just an outstanding person. It was pretty cool to watch her grow and the things that she's been involved in. But I think about the number of kids that we've put through, which is in the thousands and the tens of thousands of books. And, in the beginning, Rachel, I remember partnering with organizations and we were attempting to measure the impact that Imagination Library books were having on the children before they got to kindergarten and how much better prepared were they to start kindergarten ready to learn, right? And I realized how much time and money and effort we were putting into this, measuring these things. And at some point I turned to our partners and I said, okay, this has to stop. We're spending a lot of money doing this, and it's money that we could be spending putting books in the homes of children. So let's do that, because honestly, if folks don't understand that putting books in the homes of children has an impact, there's a different conversation we need to have with them.
Yeah.
So I've been very grateful for this opportunity to partner with you guys. We've got some interesting ideas that we could share with you if you're.
Absolutely. And I know this is just one of many amazing programs that you do at the United Way, but I'd love to hear what I'd love to hear what your plan is going forward for this and the other wonderful programs which come under Literacy 2.0.
Yeah, thank you. Literacy 2.0 is the overarching umbrella of the plan, and we have a business plan developed for it. We have a strategy map developed that incorporates all of our partners. Obviously, the foundation is one of them. And here's basically how it's going to work. And we started it 2 years ago with a very small pilot. 35 children enrolled in our Sammy Rabbit Money School. That was just about the time that you guys were working with the state of California and enabled us to double our enrollment in the Imagination Library. And what we've realized is that there's another component that we really need to incorporate, and that's parent engagement. Really impactful parent engagement is one of the hardest things to accomplish. Every organization will tell you the same thing. Little did we know, now they can't see me because we're on a podcast, but I'm holding up my cell phone, right? This smartphone is the smartest doggone tool. We didn't know how impactful this thing was going to be. Our parent engagement program is based using a smartphone and using a text messaging program that we have 100% satisfaction rate. We have over 600 families enrolled in it, 82% retention rate year over year. Which I think is almost as good as the Imagination Library, which I think is 100%. But we're going to talk about that in a second. So we start our program Literacy 2.0 with the Imagination Library. At the same time that we enroll children in the library, we're giving the parents the opportunity to enroll in our Ready for K and Beyond program. At age 6 and 7, after the child has graduated from the Imagination Library, we offer them the opportunity to enroll in the Sammy Rabbit Money School. And we partner with after-school programs, in-school programs, other community-based organizations. We're even going to develop a center right here at the United Way building for education. And then when they complete the Sammy Rabbit program, we have what we call Today for Tomorrow Savings Challenge, where we establish a bank account for the child and start establishing savings challenges where we have matching opportunities for them. Our goal for that is 3 things. The good habit of reading. For the parents, it's a good habit of interaction with their children on many levels on a daily basis. With the financial literacy, it's developing habits around money, savings, and setting goals and having dreams for their entire life. The program goes from birth to age 18.
Wow, that's a fantastic trajectory for our children. So that's wonderful. I love that. And so how does this work though? I mean, United Way are mighty in what they achieve, but you must be collaborating with others in the community, or you need collaboration from the community to increase this impact that you're having over time.
Right, on both sides, right? On the development side. We need fundraising, right? We need partners who will help us fund this initiative. And on the program side, we need partners so that we can actually enroll. And our goal is 100% enrollment.
Wow.
I'll tell you how we're going to accomplish that. You ready?
Yeah.
Starting January 1, 2025, working with the local hospitals, we will enroll, or we will provide the opportunity to enroll, and we hope to reach 100% enrollment in the Imagination Library.
Wow.
At the hospital. We'll start working with the families before the baby is born in the prenatal programs. And at the same time, we'll have an opportunity to work with the parents and enroll them in the Parent Engagement Ready for K and Beyond program. So we've hit the child, we've hit the parents at the same time, and we start interacting with them in a very meaningful way. That first book that shows up, remember what you told us?
Oh, The Little Engine That Could?
The Little Engine That Could, right? So mom and dad are going to see that book coming. Obviously, we all know how this works. If you've seen the Imagination Library at all, by the time they're 2 or 3 years old, they're actually running out to the mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
And they know when their book is coming, right? And they run to the mailbox to get their book. They're very disappointed if the mail is slow, by the way. Just saying. But they know it's coming. And so that part of the enrollment is easy. right? We have the partnerships with the local hospitals. We have partners lining up with us now for the funding, but we need more. And to help you understand why we're able to do this is because it's so affordable.
Mm-hmm.
We have the partnership with the state of California for the Imagination Library. The parent engagement program is not an expensive delivery. The Sammy Rabbit money program is not a high cost delivery. It's just really, really effective. We have 10 sessions that we have designed for children, and we can deliver those sessions in 7 days. 30-minute sessions. We can do all of this in 7 days. Then it's a matter of opening a savings account, working with our local banking institutions and credit unions, and they're partnered with us. So that's all taken care of. We ran our first pilot 2 years ago, 35 kids. Of those 35, 22 of them completed the program, and 17 of them opened a savings account.
Oh,
not bad. That was a pilot. The next pilot was 575 children. Yeah, that's me pausing because I had to catch my breath.
That's gone
like,
from 35 to 575
575 children. And that program, they're still working with the families in that program to enroll them in the savings program. And the uptake has not been what I had wanted, but we still have over 100 of those kids who have opened a savings account, which means that they're building habits of savings, right? So it's long-term. As we grow, working with foundations and working with our community partners, we'll have more financial challenges for their savings accounts. But it all begins with a literacy program. We recognize that literacy is not just the ability to read. It's the ability to write coherently. It's the ability to think critically. And again, I like to add, think creatively. This is the 21st century. We need to be creative.
I love that. And so we've got these amazing pieces in place in your community already. And my question now, Eddie, is we're going to have listeners whose brains are whirring like, this sounds great. This sounds wonderful. But how can they engage with you, and how can they be part of this absolutely exceptional mission to help our children to succeed?
Yeah, well, the obvious way, Rachel, thanks for the question, is just to go online and contact us through the United Way. We're at unitedwaylife.org. We're also at liveunitedsbc.org. We're at a whole lot of other URLs, but you'll find us. Search for the United Way, Northern Santa Barbara County, and you'll get to us. And the other way is just through a lot of our partners who work with us. Talk to the Boys and Girls Club. Talk to the YMCA. Talk to any other organization in the community. They know what we're doing now. And if they're not aware yet and you bring it to their attention, they'll be aware really quickly. I think the other thing that we need to ask for, it's not just the funding, right?
No.
It's about advocacy, right? All of us need to understand that we need to work together. We need to work on behalf of the Imagination Library to assure that this program will be funded by the state in perpetuity. You know, we've got our initial agreement with the state, but we need people to understand that we need to be talking to our elected officials to say, this is important. This changes the dynamic of literacy. Our Literacy 2.0 program, we're building it in a way that we want to make it replicable. If you want to pick it up in another area of the state or another area of the country, it's yours. You know, we want to be able to put it out to other organizations to say, here's how you have a long-lasting impact. Now, I will say I'm pretty selfish sometimes, because I truly believe that when we help families in this way, right, from birth till they're 18 years old, and they've got a savings account, many families will have children will have savings accounts that would never have had one. Many families who don't have savings account will be helping their children save, if nothing else. And when they reach 18, and I tell them, please keep that money for your retirement, but that's another financial literacy lesson we'll talk about another time. They also become involved in community. They remember that the United Way and our other partners helped them all along the way, right? And they become community-minded. So as we help to build their abilities with literacy and financial literacy, we're also building civic-minded individuals who, when they become adults, you know they're going to be reading to their children. You know that they're going to be helping their children save money, right? And you know that they're going to help their children also become civic-minded so that they're helping others.
I love that message of positive impact within our communities. And we know that intervention of programs like this can really help support our youth and beyond. It's not just about our youngest learners. There's many in our community that need that support. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm excited and I'm inspired, and I cannot wait to be part of this journey and to keep up with everything that's happening within your community.
You say you want to keep up with us?
Yeah.
Okay, well, come on. So, you guys have done some amazing stuff at the Imagination Library at the Dollywood Foundation over the past, 10 years. I mean, it was a great program, and now it's greater, and it's going to be even greater. And you have set these really, I'm going to say they're audacious goals, right? I mean, we have, remind me again, 27 million children in the state of California. Is that right? No.
We have 2.4 million 0 to 5 year olds.
That's it.
Yeah.
And how many do we have enrolled now?
We're getting up to around about, that's a good question, I think about 80,000. So we got a long way to go, but we're at the start of the journey.
Exactly.
We're at the very start of the journey.
Exactly.
So yeah, we'll see growth happen very quickly as more and more of our community partners come on board.
You're going to see our growth exponential.
I can't wait.
Starting January 1, we'll enroll every child, which means that at the end of 5 years, every child that's born here will be graduating through the Imagination Library and the Ready for K and Beyond program with their parents. That one goes on until they're 18, though. So, but by taking that approach, that's how we can work together to assure, at least in our region, how we can make it available to everybody. And I think it's important to remind folks as you're listening to this is that it's affordable. You can do this. The business plan takes a little thought, a lot of development, and it takes a lot of partners doing it. So if you're hearing this and you want to get involved, you're not in our region, that's okay. Reach out to somebody in your region about the Imagination Library. Talk about the Literacy 2.0 approach and how we can change the dynamic of our community in the next 15 to 20 years.
Fantastic. I love that share of information, share of knowledge, because that's how it works. We don't have to reinvent every time. There's pieces in place that we can all learn from and grow to fit our communities. Thank you so much, Eddie.
Hey, we're going to thank Rachel for coming back. This is our third session together. Thank you for coming back. We'll have you back again in the future. I think let's just set it right now. Within the next year, Rachel will be back with us, and we'll be talking about the incredible growth that they've experienced at the state level with the Imagination Library and the incredible growth that we've experienced here with Literacy 2.0. Rachel King, thank you. This has been United Voices Community Conversations with Rachel King from the Dollywood Foundation. This is Eddie Taylor with the United Way, and Jacob Martin, our technical advisor, has been with us the whole time, keeping us moving forward. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You can find us at your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, YouTube, and others.